Hello, everyone. One of the signs of a very healthy market is whenever you gap down, sell off, and then rally to close actually higher than where you opened on the session. The NASDAQ finished down only 0.21%. It was a solid intraday session. And on top of that, the pullback came with lower volume. So overall, it's hard to really find a whole lot of fault with the market action on Monday. Yeah, great. I wish it would have reversed and closed green, but I tell you what, overall it was good to pare back the gains the way that the NASDAQ did. The NASDAQ 100, even better, as you can see, actually closing flat on the session on lower volume. The NYSE, you can see there with an intraday tail, not closing above where it opened, but good bullish intraday action. Same with the Dow Jones Industrial Average, S&P 500. Dow Jones Transportation Average wasn't quite as strong, but still there was an intraday reversal. And then the Russell 2000 also not quite as strong, but there still was a reversal off the intraday low. Overall, not bad price action. And another sign on the move lower, down over 0.5% on the NASDAQ. And yet intraday, I had zero sell stops trigger at all on an intraday basis. So my cash account, I am fully loaded. I can't even take any of the signals this evening. I can still take a couple in the margin account. I'll take the 2 new long positions, but all the ad signals this evening I'm passing on. Now on an end of day basis, there are actually some sell signals, but since I've either sold half or already or what have you, I actually don't have much to do. ECH is closing below the 20-day moving average on above average volume. So I only have one sell stop at those April lows. Half goes now at 36.50 and the other half remains at 35.26, but at least half gets moved up to today's low a day session. But on an end of day basis, it is a 50% sell. TX is also closing below the 20-day moving average on above average volume. My first sell stop is right here, so that gets moved up to today's low a day, and my final sell stop remains all the way back here, giving it some wiggle room. Because, I figure whenever things pull back, they just don't pull back smoothly, do they? They decide to just crash hard. So TX on an end-of-day basis is 50%, and BITA on an end-of-day basis is 50%. Me, already out of half of it. My final sell stop right now is here at 23.42. I'll take whatever. So I have half the position left. I'll take that remaining position and split it up half and half. First sell stop below today's low a day. Final sell stop below whatever I just showed you, 23.42. And then on an end of day basis, there was one full sell, but I don't have a position in. But speculative long page, I may or may not have given this out as a potential long signal. Either way, I obviously didn't take it, but I did love the pattern in case it was a runner if it broke out above the day highs. However, the next morning, it gapped up to 752. I did not want to see that. I wanted to see it open at 748 or lower and then break out higher above 748 and run. So since that trade setup did not occur, I did not take a position. So DRWI, I have nothing in it. But on an end-of-day basis, 572 close is below the 578 lows of the most recent base that I thought it should have exploded higher from. And the funny thing is that the stock is probably going to reverse from here because it's selling off on lower volume. So it's actually pulling back quite healthy. So overall, I'm glad I didn't take the trade. But it never set up correctly. But DRWI, 100% sell signal. Now, once again, flagged a lot of names for this market. MOGA, flagged it. Look at all the PPP signals. FLIR, breaking out to new highs. It's hard to argue with this kind of amazing price action that we're seeing. Sorry, everybody, I got to tighten up my price charts. It's just the way that I'm accustomed to looking at them. It works for me. It doesn't work for everybody. But FLIR, breaking out to new highs right at the 50-day moving average. BLOX, 99 EPS stock, is retaking the 50-day moving average. And then stocks like NVRO, perfect speculator name. Pocket pivot point signal, but still it's building out the handle. ACM basically looks like it's ready to break out higher. BOCH off the 50-day moving average. WBMD, breakout of like an ascending, wedging base, flat base pattern. It's all sorts of combinations. PRMW, wait, what's going on here? PRMW, a stock that I wish I was long already. Tried to get it on the pullback here. Missed it, I think, by a few cents. Actually, I would not have missed it by a few cents. Would have gotten filled. However, I decided to lift my limits to place orders in other stocks in both accounts, so I completely missed PRMW. But resetting up again in a consolidation pattern that looks like it could have a buy stop set just above the most recent highs. And then TPL, pocket pivot point signal breakout. So once again, on a down day, a lot of signals. And then that leaves us with our two new long signals. CYNO. Now, CYNO has earnings in the morning, so here's the deal with this one. If CYNO announces earnings and the stock doesn't do anything, and/or it stays in between 46.28 and 44.90, great, the trade is on. I would take, CYNO was in my CanSlim scan, confirmed in my new 52-week high scan on heavy volume, confirmed in my price volume BOP scan. So normally that would have been a 4% long position, but since earnings are in the morning, 2% is the most I would ever put in this stock. But cash account can't do anything, so it's got to go in the margin account. Don't want to pay more than 46.28 for the name, so if it gaps up, not going to be able to take it long, as just would rather keep capital available for new signals that pop up later. But if it opens like around 45, or 46, great. I'll try to get long in the margin account. If it gaps down below 44.90, the trade is off. Not interested whatsoever. I will move on. But CYNO, beautiful, beautiful pattern. Been watching it. Was really interested on the 21st. Thought about taking a cheater long position, but like I said, too many signals. There were other stocks breaking out. Thought CYNO would base out sideways a few more days. Not happening, but it's good to go. And then on one of my favorite stocks of this uptrend, Fabrinet, however the hell you want to say it, I don't care. To me, it's ticker symbol FN with a gorgeous technical pattern and awesome fundamentals, sales and earnings growth. FN is producing a pocket pivot point signal. Earnings are very soon, like it is with most of these mid-cap, small-cap names. But pocket pivot point signal, surge in BOP, breakout. Not quite to a new 52-week high, 32.80. 33.11, so, but it's very, 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 very close. It was only 10 cents away intraday, but nice surge in BOP, nice volume surge, pocket pivot point signal, breakout from an ascending base pattern. Very, very pretty. 2% for CanSlim, 1% for being confirmed price volume BOP for a total 3% position. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then ALRM, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pocket pivot point signal, add signal, 1% for being CanSlim. It's not an IPO. It's not in my IPO list anymore because it now has 200 days trading. So not going to add to it for it being under 200 days. So just 1% for CanSlim. MNRK, look at this beautiful chart. Pocket pivot point cheater signal here as it tries to build out a handle to a beautiful cup here going to April. And this is a little handle it's starting to form. Beautiful pocket pivot point signal. 1% for CanSlim. And then GRFS. Recent long signal back here was a 1% long signal because it was only in the price volume BOP scan. Speculative biotech name, but very, very nice technical pattern. Following through immediately, and then today another pocket pivot point signal on heavier volume with BOP increasing not only to a higher level, but above the initial long signal day. So that will be 0.5%. But you can see by looking at GRFS, MNRK, ALRM, FN, and CYNO, we have some nice technical patterns out there. We'll see if it continues, but right now the market is consolidating these gains appropriately, nicely. I have no issues with it. I don't know what else to say. The trend is up. The trend is your friend. There's really no abnormal price action. It's just about rotating out of laggards into new leaders.